Good morning, dear people of the internet, and welcome to the spookiest time of the year. Or should I say, coziest time of the year. You know what? Why not combine the two of them? That's probably what the person who invented boo baskets thought. If you think, but baskets are not scary, they are just very useful right now, you're terribly wrong. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why. Well, you're right about baskets not being scary, but boo baskets are very scary. It's more about the content of the basket. Before we get into boo baskets though, I am in art school and I'm very delusional, and I think that this channel can help me afford art school for a little bit. Not entirely, because I'm not that delusional. It would be fantastic. But anyways, you can help me with that a lot by just subscribing and watching my videos if you like them. It actually will help a lot. So if you could do that, it would be absolutely wonderful and I would appreciate it a lot. So thank you. Now let's get back to the boo baskets and why they are scary. Boo baskets are not a trend where you scare someone with a basket. Well, I would be scared if I got one. Anyhow, boo baskets are a Halloween trend where you fill a basket with Halloween themed stuff and give them to a loved one when fall starts. Here's an example.
Help me build a budget-friendly boo basket for my daughter. Starting with the basket. How much was the basket? It was free. I got it from my pantry. Why are we buying new baskets when we all have baskets around the house? All right, for the stuffing, you know where to get these. They're like 99 cents. We're gonna just stretch. Just start stretching. Look less like clouds and more like spider webs. Not gonna lie, kind of still look like clouds, but we're gonna go with it. All right, I said budget friendly. Everything I bought is from Walmart. If you're boycotting Walmart, I'm sorry. Go to Target, go to your local grocery store. I can't keep up with what are we boycotting? I don't even know. You're not gonna find any Stanleys in here. No $50 lip gloss from Sephora. Ain't nobody got time for that in this economy. So what are we starting off with? Confetti. What 14-year-old girl doesn't like to bake with your friends? What's cake mix without a little frosting? And go right here. A little water bottle. You said you weren't getting Stanleys. This is not a Stanley. This is a Fanley. A fake Stanley. It was like $4.99 at Walmart, okay? Please. What 14-year-old girl doesn't like to do this? And this. Okay? This little ghost guy, it's going right here. Obviously no boo basket is complete without a candle. Look at this with the little skull and crossbones. Love it. Right here, we got a Fanta. Anything orange, guys, that your kid likes. That makes it a boo basket. We're gonna put her right there. Cute little makeup removing wipes, but they're Halloween themed. How cute is that? Ramen. Why? If you have a teenager, you know why. And it's orange. Fits the theme, it's going in. Make cake or cupcakes, you're gonna need some cute little themed. 99 cents, maybe. Who doesn't love these? Here. And last but not least, boop, boop. Here. I did not do the math, but I would be shocked if this was more than $35. Budget friendly. You're welcome.
This seems very cute, and I think treating your child every once in a while is very nice. But I don't think doing it like this specifically is very cute. For more context, I have a problem with people promoting overconsumption on the internet. And that includes people who might not be aware that they're doing that, because they should be aware of that by now. I think there's a lot of content around people not liking overconsumption, and people have a brain. You can use your brain. So I do have a problem with people not being aware of it. That's why I'm making this video, to make you aware that people making boo baskets on the internet are promoting overconsumption in a way. Anyhow, let's see what's actually in this basket. First, we have something that looks like polyfill that you use to stuff plushies. I use that a lot when I'm crocheting. For example, this guy, he's on my webshop. Anyways, polyfill exists. It's very messy, by the way, especially if you're me. I'm ADHD, and whenever I have a bag full of polyfill in my yarn baskets, it gets everywhere magically. Anyhow, this stuff only fits an aesthetic purpose only in this basket. I assume that this is not gonna be taken out and hang around the house, because that's hard and almost impossible and messy, as I said. To avoid the mess, you would have to throw it out as soon as possible, or stuff it in a pillowcase or something like that. But they're not saying anything about that. And polyfill is often made out of plastic. In this case, it's basically just bought to be thrown away, which is first of all not environmentally friendly, especially since it's made out of plastic, and not budget friendly either. You're just buying something to throw it away. away, and that's only something that you should do with trash bags, I think. There are a lot of problems around this, but like trash bags are the most logical way to have something that you buy for the sole purpose of throwing it away, and this only has a small aesthetic purpose, even not really, because if you're putting the stuff on it, you barely even see it anymore. It's just a bad idea overall. And as I said, they're not saying in the video that they're reusing it, so on the off chance that they're actually reusing it in a way, they don't say it, so people who want to remake this basket just go buy it without a plan of what to do with it afterwards. So what matters more here is the implication of what you're doing with it rather than what you're actually doing with it when the video ends. I also noticed both this fake themed Stanley and this Halloween themed cup. In other words, there are two Halloween themed cups in this basket. That's one too many, arguably two too many. I don't love seasonal items a lot, but that's a personal preference. I'm the kind of person who wears their one pair of Christmas socks in the dead of summer because I do not care. Socks are socks, you know, but I do know that there are a lot of people that only use their themed seasonal stuff in the appropriate season, and I think that's okay, to be clear, but I don't like the hype created about buying new seasonal stuff each time some particular season comes rolling around. Is this child gonna get new Halloween cups next year? There's just a lot of these themed kinds of stuff going around, and people don't seem to like them a lot once the season is over, and then when the new season rolls around, because Halloween happens every year, and so does Easter, and so does Christmas, and so does everything, people just want to get new stuff because that's good for brain sparks and whatever. I'm not saying that these people are doing that, I'm not saying that everyone is doing that, but I know that it happens a lot and it makes me kind of sad. And maybe this mom is not making a boo basket for her child every year, but I did find another mom who has been doing this for years and seems to plan on doing this forever. So in the 5th year, what Halloween themed stuff that you don't use up are you gonna give your child? As I said, with products that get eaten or used up in a way, I have less of an issue because you're gonna need them or want to get new ones every so often, so they get used at least. They have their own issues, but that is a whole different kind of topic. I do feel like the pumpkin with the light inside of it that is shown at the end of the video looks very flimsy, like the light is gonna break within a day. It doesn't look very sturdy, you know? It seems like it's also made for the trash, so you can buy a new one next year or next week. Anyhow, children are not the only target audience for boo baskets. Girlfriends and wives are also very important to the marketing, whatever, of boo baskets.
A lot of guys have a lot of excuses for why they can't like get a boo basket or do a boo basket for their girlfriend, so I'm going to show you how to make one. The first thing you need is a basket, so we picked this one and it's $8 ones for like $5 right there. I decided I want to do orange and white, so like Halloween themed, $12. So I'm getting this blanket. It smells so good. Every single girl loves hand sanitizers, so pick her up one of these. It's bath season, so a new loofah.
And he gave Mellow and...
So now you have to get your girlfriend a boo basket. First of all, I sincerely hope your girlfriend already has a blanket before this. If not, fair enough, but the amount of ugly pumpkin themed blankets I've seen in my research for this is very concerning. Second of all, I've seen a lot of videos saying like, send this to your boyfriend, or people being like, getting your wife a boo basket makes it less likely that you will ever get divorced, and comments saying, I sent this to my boyfriend, or I sent this to my mom. So basically people pressuring people into buying them a boo basket, and creators saying like, pressure your whatever into buying you a boo basket. I don't know about you, but whenever Valentine's Day or Mother's Day or Father's Day, or in a less prominent fashion I guess Christmas is coming around, a lot of people in my surroundings are always annoyed how commercial and capitalism driven these holidays have become, with buying everyone gifts and getting the best gift for your girlfriend on Valentine's Day, or the best ring or most expensive perfume for your mom or dad on Mother's Day or Father's Day or whatever. It has become a lot around that, and I agree with the people in my surroundings every year saying that. They seem to have become about getting each other gifts rather than spending meaningful time together. Now, Halloween seems a little less about spending time together and more about the start of cozy season. Like, Halloween has a whole history and I won't get into that a lot, but it's basically that on the 1st of November, so the day after Halloween, was in old European calendars, not all of them, but some of them, the start of the new year and also the start of winter. Now it has a lot of other layers and stuff, and it's very interesting, but not for right now. That it's less about spending time together in a very long dinner or giving your loved ones love. That doesn't mean that it also should be a gift-giving holiday. These TikToks might not be ads in themselves. Not all of these people have, for example, big evil basil sites links in them, but there are stores that have picked up on this trend and are making their own videos like these, and they're so similar that you don't even see the difference. I've seen a lot of these. I'm not going to show you them. We don't do free advertising here, but they do exist. You can find them on TikTok if you want to. But there are ads doing this, taking this over. So in short, we have an endless amount of Boo Basket videos by influencers acting as if Halloween is a gift-giving holiday. Then we have the people on the internet saying that being a good partner means that you have to give your partner a Boo Basket, which is weird even when you're not too serious about it. And then we also have stores promoting these Boo Baskets because they want to sell their endless stock of Halloween stuff. Some influencers make more than one Boo Basket video, like this person. I found at least 20 Boo Basket videos on this account from this season, starting in September. Last September, 20 videos. It has been 6 weeks. That's a lot. So then it's not even about the Boo Basket anymore, it's just about getting as many views, because these videos are very popular because there are so many of them and people like them, and then there are more of them, and that's how trends work basically. But there's so many of them and they are popular, people like them, so this person decided to make 20 of them to get views and likes. It's not anymore about caring what you actually put out on the internet. And what you're putting out when you do this is telling people that this is what normal consumption looks like, and just cluttering the internet with 20 videos that are basically the same. Because in this case, this person even reuses the stuff in the Boo Basket multiple times. She just bought stuff for one Boo Basket and is making sort of variations on that. And some influencers also make different Boo Baskets, multiple videos of Boo Baskets, but then they're all different, and they do that inside of stores. But those people also cause problems.
Taking those come shopping with me to make a Boo Basket video and then not actually buying the stuff they show you in the video and just leaving the basket lying around the shop for the staff to clear up. But Rach, nobody would do that. Influencers always buy the things they show you in their videos. These guys literally found an abandoned Boo Basket left in a store. And the commenters are pretty sure that these are just influencers making these Boo Baskets for videos and then dumping them in the store. I'm pretty sure influencers these days just go fake shopping for the content.
So next to promoting overconsumption of cheaply made items, some people are also just lying on their page. Now that's nothing new, but I think it's bad anyway. And they are also just creating extra work for probably already underpaid store employees. I have worked in a bookstore and I did have enough to do without people being annoying. I think it's time to stop giving Boo Baskets any positive attention. I find this trend scary because it shows how little some people on the internet use their brain. I don't think this trend is good for the world, and I think there are better ways to cozy up with your loved ones in this fall season for the Northern Hemisphere. For example, have a cozy game night or watch a cozy movie. I just think that that's a lot more fun than figuring out where you have to keep this new stuff that you sort of half like that your boyfriend got you because he saw a video and thought he might have a better chance of staying with you because the people on the internet told him to buy you a Boo Basket with ugly orange items while you don't even like orange. Or you do like orange, but then you still have to deal with this stuff. Anyhow, let me know what you think about this Boo Basket trend in the comments. If you like my little video, please press the wonderful shiny like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching, and then I will see you next time. Ciao!